I truly believe Alec is the best lawyer in that courtroom. He knows what story he has to tell.
Donte Mills, do you really believe he's the best lawyer in that court? We're talking about a guy who admitted to lying and stealing from his clients. I get what you're trying to say, right? It was his decision to take the stand against his lawyer's wishes. So maybe he is a mastermind. What do you think?
Listen, I'll tell you, Jesse, I generally do not put my clients on the stand because they can be tricked. That's where you get those aha moments because the lawyer knows the law better and knows which way it has to go. Alec has proven that he can control the situation, and that's what he's doing. He's decided to be his own lawyer in this case. I think he saw how the case was going and said, I need to insert my skill into this, my advocacy, and he's doing a good job of convincing the jury of who he wants them to believe he truly is.
All right, so Emily, I ask you, he took the stand, he did direct examination, he was cross-examined. In the end, what change do you think it had for the jury?
I think it showed the jury more of who he is. And if the jury's leaning towards guilt, they're going to use his testimony to say, see, we can't believe anything he says. But if they're leaning towards not guilt, they're going to say, look, he admitted to everything else that he did, but he's adamant that he didn't do this. I ultimately think you could see the pain on Jim Griffin's face doing that direct examination, and he didn't want him on the stand. Alec wanted that moment to tell his story in his own words, and he was going to take it no matter what. And I think with the kennel video, he had to.
Okay, so Brian, I guess if I'm understanding Emily correctly, if you thought he was guilty, he's guilty. If you thought he was innocent, he's innocent. In the end, do you think the cross-examination itself changed any of the jurors' minds?
I don't think so. I think the people on the jury, the members of the jury who were willing to, who believe the prosecution's case was weak, will see things in Alex's testimony that will lead them to vote not guilty.
Yep.
And by the same token, it could, if they believe the state proved their case,
I'll tell you what,
then they will
Brian,
vote guilty.
Donte, Emily, I had to wrap it up. I wanted to get your final perspective. We're debating about it. Who knows what the jury's going to ultimately be thinking about it. Thank you both. Thank everybody for coming on tonight. And that does it for us here tonight on Dan Abrams Live. I'm Jesse Weber. Dan is going to be back on Monday. We're going to continue to cover this case. And by the way, which way is the jury going to go? We're going to still analyze it here because really it could be anybody's guess. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think a hung jury. But hey, I've been wrong before.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.